Hello friends, welcome to GK Rapid Brain YouTube channel. Today in this video, I have brought Science General Question and Answer on material for schools of specialized examination SOSE STEM, which will be asked in all exam. This video is second part. Let's start. First question, what is the term used for the synthesis of glycogen from glucose? Options A. Gluconeogenesis, B. Glycolysis, C. Glycogenesis, D. Glycogenolysis. The right answer is glycogenesis. The term used for the synthesis glycogen from glucose is glycogenesis. Gluconeogenesis is the synthesis of glucose from non-carbohydrate sources such as amino acids or lactate. Glycolysis is the breakdown of glucose in pyruvate, which can then be used for energy production or converted into other molecules such as lactate or fatty acids. Glycogenolysis is the breakdown of glycogen into glucose, which can then be released into the bloodstream to provide energy for the body. Second question, which is the first proteolytic enzyme to enact on proteins? Options A. Peptidase, B. Trypsin, C. Ellipsin, D. Pepsin. The right answer is D. Pepsin. The first proteolytic enzyme to act on proteins is pepsin. Pepsin is an enzyme that is produced in the stomach. It is a protease, which means that it breaks down proteins. Pepsin is activated by hydrochloric acid, which is also produced in the stomach. Pepsin breaks down proteins into smaller peptides. These peptides are then further broken down by other enzymes such as trypsin and chymotrypsin. The other options are incorrect. Peptidases are enzymes that break down peptides. Trypsin and chymotrypsin are proteases that are produced in the small intestine. Ellipsin is a protease that is produced in the small intestine. Third question, the digestion of which of the following releases nitrogenous waste into the body? Options A. Carbohydrates, B. Fats, C. Proteins, D. All the above. The right answer is C. Proteins. Proteins are the only macronutrient that releases nitrogenous wastes into the body. When proteins are digested, they are broken down into amino acids. Some of these amino acids are used to build new proteins, while others are broken down further to produce energy. The breakdown of amino acids produces nitrogenous waste such as urea and ammonia. These wastes are exerted from the body in the urine. The other options are incorrect. Carbohydrates and fats do not release nitrogenous waste when they are digested. Fourth question, where does the digestion of starch in mammals start? Options A. Duodenum, B. Esophagus, C. Mouthpart, D. Stomach. The right answer is mouthpart. The digestion of starch in mammals start in the mouth. The mouth is the first part of the digestive tract. It is where food is chewed and mixed with saliva. Saliva contains an enzyme called amylase, which breaks down starch into maltose. Maltose is a type of sugar that can be further broken down in the small intestine. The other options are incorrect. The esophagus is the tube carries food from the mouth to the stomach. The stomach is where food is churned and mixed with gastric juices. The duodenum is the first part of the small intestine. Fifth question, what is the bolus of food in acidic medium after digestion called? Options A. Acidified bolus, B. Bile bolus, C. Chyme, D. Chili. The right answer is chyme. The bolus of food is an acidic medium after digestion is called chyme. Chyme is a semi-fluid mass of partially digested food that is passed from the stomach to the small intestine. It is acidic due to the secretion of hyaluronic acid in the stomach. Chyme is further broken down by enzymes in the small intestine. The other options are incorrect. Acidified bolus is not a technical term. Bile bolus is a type of bolus that is produced in the liver and gallbladder. Chili is a type of chili pepper. Sixth question. Which is the essential mineral for the synthesis of protein in the body? Options: A. Iron, B. Sodium, C. Potassium, D. Sulfur. The right answer is D. Sulfur. Sulfur is an essential mineral for the synthesis of protein in the body. It is a component of amino acids, which are the building blocks of proteins. Sulfur is also involved in the formation of connective tissue, hair and nails. The other options are incorrect. Iron is an essential mineral for the formation of hemoglobin, which carries oxygen in the blood. Sodium and potassium are essential minerals for the transmission of nerve impulses and the regulation of blood pressure. So the seventh question. Which respiratory disease is associated with excess of histamine? Options: A. Asthma, B. Bronchitis, C. Emphysema, D. All. The right answer is A. Asthma. Asthma is a respiratory disease associated with excess of histamine. Histamine is a chemical that is released by mast cells in the airways. When these cells are trigged by an allergen, they release histamine, which cause the airways to narrow and swell. This can lead to symptoms such as wheezing, shortness of breath, and chest tightness. Bronchitis is a respiratory disease that is caused by inflammation of bronchi, the airways that carry air to and from the lungs. Emphysema is a respiratory disease that is caused by damage to the alveoli, the tiny air sacs in the lungs. Both bronchitis and emphysema can be associated with excess histamine, but they are not caused by it. 8th question. What is the disease that develops since birth called? Options: A. Communicable, B. Acquired, C. Congenital, D. Degenerative. Right answer is C. Congenital. A congenital disease is a disease that is present at birth. It can be caused by genetic factors, environmental factors, or a combination of both. Some common congenital diseases include Down syndrome, cystic fibrosis, and sickle cell anemia. The other options are incorrect. Communicable disease are diseases that can be spread from one person to another. Acquired disease are diseases that are not present at birth but are developed later in life. Degenerative disease are diseases that cause the body tissues and organs to deteriorate over time. 9th question. Which of the following organ is primarily concerned with immunity? Options: A. Liver, B. Kidney, C. Lymphatic tissue, D. Thyroid. The right answer is C. Lymphatic tissue. Lymphatic tissue is primarily concerned with immunity. It is made up of a network of organs and tissues that produce and store white blood cells which fight infection. The main organs of the lymphatic system are the thymus, spleen, lymph nodes, and tonsils. The liver, kidney, and thyroid are not primarily concerned with immunity. The liver is responsible for filtering blood. The kidney is responsible for removing waste products from the blood. And the thyroid is responsible for producing hormones that regulate metabolism. 10th question. What is a cell-coded protein found in response to infection with host animal virus called? Options: A. Antigen, B. Antibody, C. Histamine, D. Interferon. The right answer is D. Interferon. Interferons are proteins that are produced by cells in response to infection with a virus. They help to protect the body from infection by blocking the replication of the virus. Interferons are also produced by cells in response to other types of stressors such as radiation and chemicals. The other options are incorrect. Antigens are molecules that body immune system recognized as foreign. Histamine is a chemical that is released by the body immune system in response to allergens or irritants. Antibodies are proteins that are produced by the body's immune system in response to an antigen. 11th question. Which of the following causes AIDS? Options: A. Rubella virus, B. Varicella virus, C. Corn bacterium diphtheria, D. HIV. The right answer is D. HIV. HIV or human immunodeficiency virus is a virus that attacks the body immune system. It is the virus that causes AIDS or acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Rubella virus causes rubella, a mild childhood illness. Varicella virus causes chickenpox, a common childhood illness. Cornbacterium diphtheria is a bacterium that causes diphtheria, a serious respiratory illness. 12th question. Which of the following causes the viral disease of chickenpox? Options: A. Ecovirus, B. Herpes zoster, C. Herpes simplex, D. Varicella. The right answer is D. Varicella. Varicella zoster virus is the virus that causes chickenpox. It is a highly contagious virus that is spread through respiratory droplets or direct contact with fluid from chickenpox blisters. Chickenpox is a common childhood illness, but it can also occur in adults. The symptoms of chickenpox include fever, rash, and blisters. The rash usually starts on the chest and back and then spreads to the rest of the body. The blisters break open and crust over within a few days. Most people recover from chickenpox without any complications. However, in some cases, chickenpox can lead to serious complications such as pneumonia, encephalitis, and bacterial infection. The other options are incorrect. Ecovirus causes a variety of illness including respiratory infection, gastrointestinal infection, or central nervous system infection. Herpes zoster is not a real virus. Herpes simplex virus causes two types of infection: oral herpes and genital herpes. 13th question. Entamoeba histolytica is a human parasite. Where is it usually found? Options: A. Mouth, B. Liver, C. Intestine, D. Blood. The right answer is C. Intestine. Entamoeba histolytica is a parasitic amoeba that can live in the human intestine. It is the most common cause of amoebiasis, a disease that can cause diarrhea, abdominal pain, and fever. Entamoeba histolytica can also spread to other parts of the body, such as the liver, lungs, and brain. However, it is most commonly found in the intestine. The other options are incorrect. Entamoeba histolytica is not typically found in the mouth, liver, or blood. 14th question. Which mosquito transmits malaria? Options: A. Male Anopheles, B. Female Anopheles, C. Male Culex, D. Female Culex. The right answer is B. Female Anopheles. Only female mosquitoes transmit malaria. Female mosquito bite human to obtain blood, which they need to lay their eggs. When a female Anopheles mosquito bites an infected person, she ingests the malaria parasite. The parasite then matures in the mosquito and is transmitted to the next person the mosquito bites. Male mosquitoes do not bite human. They feed on nectar and plant juices. 15th question. Which of the following marks the second line of defense? Options: A. Liver, B. Blood, C. Antibodies, D. White blood cells, WBC. The right answer is D. White blood cells, WBC. The second line of defense is the body immune system. It is made up of white blood cells, WBCs, which are produced by the bone marrow. WBCs are responsible for fighting infection. They do this by engulfing and destroying bacteria and other foreign particles. The other options are incorrect. Levers are used to lift heavy objects. Blood is a fluid that carries oxygen and nutrients to the cells and carries away waste products. Antibodies are proteins that are produced by the immune system in response to an antigen. 16th question. Which parasite causes sleeping sickness? Options: A. Plasmodium, Entamoeba, C. Trypanosoma, D. Gregarina. The right answer is C. Trypanosoma. Trypanosoma is a genus of parasitic protozoa that can cause a variety of disease in humans and animals. The most well-known disease caused by trypanosoma is sleeping sickness, which is also known as African trypanosomiasis. Sleeping sickness is a serious disease that is spread by the bite of an infective TSE fly. The parasite can also be transmitted through blood transfusion and organ transplantation. The symptoms of sleeping sickness typically start with fever, headache, and muscle ache. As the disease progresses, the patient may become lethargic, confused, and eventually comatose. There is no cure for sleeping sickness, but it can be treated with drugs. However, the drugs are not always effective and the disease can be fatal. The other options are incorrect. Plasmodium causes malaria, entamoeba causes ambiasis, and Krigernia is genus of parasitic protozoa that can infect insects. 17 question. Which among the following are the element of carbohydrates? Options: A. Carbon, B. Hydrogen, C. Oxygen, D. All of these. The right answer is D. All of these. Carbohydrates are organic compounds that contain carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. The ratio of hydrogen to oxygen in carbohydrates is always 2:1. This means that for every 2 atoms of hydrogen, there is 1 atom of oxygen. Carbohydrates are the body's main source of energy. They are also used to build and repair tissues. The 3 main types of carbohydrates are monosaccharide. These are the simplest carbohydrates. They are made up of one sugar molecule. Example of monosaccharides include glucose, fructose, and galactose. Disaccharides, these are made up of 2 sugar molecules. Example of disaccharides include sucrose, table sugar, maltose, and lactose. Polysaccharides, these are made up of many sugar molecules. Example of polysaccharides include starch, cellulose, and glycogen. 18 question. Which among the following deposited in the body to provide a steady source of energy? Options: A. Fats, B. Carbohydrates, C. Proteins, D. Vitamins. The right answer is A. Fats. Fats are deposited in the body to provide a steady source of energy. Fats are the most concentrated source of energy in the body and they can be stored for long periods of time. When the body needs energy, it can break down fats into glucose, which can be used by cells. Carbohydrates are also a source of energy, but they are not stored in the body as much as fats. Vitamins and proteins are not stored in the body as energy sources. Here are some other facts about fats. Fats are made up of fatty acids and glycerol. These are 2 types of fatty acids, saturated and unsaturated. Saturated fatty acids are solid at room temperature, while unsaturated fatty acids are liquid at room temperature. Fats are essential for the body, but it is important to eat a healthy balance of fats. Too much saturated fat can increase the risk of heart disease. Too much unhealthy unsaturated fat, such as trans fat, can also increase the risk of heart disease. 19 question. Which vitamin are soluble in water? Options: A. Vitamin B, B. Vitamin C, C. Vitamin A, D. Vitamin B and C. The right answer is D. Vitamin B and C. Vitamin B and C are soluble in water. Vitamin A is soluble in fat. Water soluble vitamins are vitamins that dissolve in water. They are not stored in the body in large amounts, so they need to be replenished regularly through the diet. Water soluble vitamins include vitamin C, vitamin B1, thiamine, vitamin B2, riboflavin, vitamin B3, niacin, vitamin B5, pantothenic acid, vitamin B6, pyridoxine, vitamin B7, biotin, and vitamin B12, cobalamin. Fat soluble vitamins are vitamins that dissolve in fat. They are stored in the body, in the liver, and fatty tissues. Fat soluble vitamins include vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. Thank you friends for watching the video. I hope you like this video. Please like, share and subscribe. If you want to ask anything, please comment with me. Jai Hind.